Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another Monday edition of Going on Daily Live. I am Becky here with Mr. Chuck Allen. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going today? Becky, first thing I'd like to say is happy birthday. Anybody that's watching the show today, let's give Becky a belated happy birthday.
Thank you so
She's
much.
27 years old now.
27 years old today. Can you believe
Good
that?
job.
And can you imagine me with a 15-year-old? How did that happen?
Well, okay, maybe not then. I don't want to have to do a story next week about our host and one of those weird, 12-year-old Becky was having.
Ruin your Monday.
Never mind, folks.
Let me ruin your Monday.
Gone awry.
It's a personal biography. Yeah, no. I'm 39 as of Saturday. And I actually went to my grandmother's care home. She's 97. So you can imagine like the type of people that are in this care home.
They're the best.
They are. They really are.
Times for your birthday.
Oh, yeah. And so I was there for Christmas carols. They all had like their baby tambourines and their baby shakers, maracas, whatever. And one of the ladies whispers to the worker that there's a birthday. And so the worker, she's an older lady as well, but she stops the show and she's looking at my grandma and she goes, "Do we have a birthday here? Let's all stop and sing." And then she looks at me because my grandma's like,
Grandma's like, "It's my birthday." No, I'm just joking. Sorry.
Well, she has no idea. She can barely even hear. And then she looks at me. She goes, "Is it your grandma's birthday?" And I said, "No, it's mine." And she goes, "Oh!" And so everyone's saying happy birthday. And then she was like, "I think that you're probably 19." And I said, "You're right."
Exactly.
You're right. Which makes having a 15-year-old even weirder.
Now it becomes a scientific marvel.
Exactly. Immaculate conception. Yeah, exactly. And then another lady that is there, another one that, she's not all there. The lights are on, but no one's home kind of thing. She thought I was 24 and I also, yes.
See, there you go. I mean, life is good, right?
Yes.
I felt good because an old lady told me I was 39 the other day. I was like,
heck yeah, you are.
You're the greatest.
Perfect. So now you and I
are an awesome age. Sucks after that. Enjoy it.
Oh, so let me enjoy these 363 more days.
Indeed.
Listen,
we're going to start off with a magical program today, ladies and gentlemen. Becky's 39th year is going to be kicked off in style.
Okay, well, I can't wait for that.
All right.
I will say, side note, 39 is going to be cool, but like 40 is going to be awesome. My brother turns 40 in a month. Him and I are the same age for approximately 4 weeks. So he'll be 40 in January, and then I'll be 40 in December. And my parents want to go.
Wait. Say that again? Your brother is 4 months older than you?
No, he's 10 and a half months older than me.
Because I was like, wait a second. That's not making sense either.
Medical marvel.
You're going to have to change the entire program today to how did that happen?
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's January, I'm December. So there's like a 4 or 5 week period where we are the same age.
Nice.
But my parents want to take us on a trip this year. So that's pretty awesome. Even though I hate the idea of turning 40, I like the idea of going on a trip. So
trips are good. Makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's going to happen regardless. You might as well have fun.
Yep, exactly.
There you go.
You're right. They got busy right away. My mom said she just laid there. I was
going to say, yeah. You were a celebration in more ways than one.
My mom said that he begged her and she just laid there. So that's the story I heard growing up from her.
That's usually how it happens.
Yeah. My dad told me when I was 13 that he was going to the bathroom and my mom jumped him. So, I mean, these are the stories I grew up with. So
nice,
whatever it is, that's how I was created.
There you go.
39 years ago. Anyways, let's start it off. You are taking us off here. Help me land this plane.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, not sure if you're aware of this, but this week on Going On Daily, our theme is Aviation Week. Mm-hmm. So I thought back over the history of aviation, some of the greatest flights ever made. The Wright brothers, some of the other flights, I don't know what they are.
The other brothers.
But I came upon one flight in particular, folks, that I feel potentially is the greatest flight ever taken by man.
Okay.
And today, I want on our program to share with you this magical moment that happened 4 years ago this past weekend. And it is simply me, Chuck Allen, landing a plane.
What?
In live action. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is our producer
Okay.
kicking us off with the video. I am here to show you 2 minutes of absolute mastery, Becky. You ready?
I can't wait.
Watch this. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
I might do commentary too. I don't know yet. But here we go.
Good, yeah.
True pilot thing here. I'm looking off to the right. Over there to the right, you see the runway. That's where we're headed right now. That is the Tyler Pounds Airport in Tyler, Texas. Currently flying at an altitude of about 4,000 feet or 3,000 feet. I don't know. Enough to where it would hurt if we crashed, but I have no intention of crashing. Like I told Ron earlier, right now as we start to maneuver the plane towards the runway, I'm making a nice straight-on approach. Already made our call to the tower, like Edward George 94, Edward George 94, so we can turn. Whatever, the runway. You're like, all right, cool. There's my buddy Clint. He's in the back, like thinking maybe this was a mistake. I don't know, but I think you can tell by looking at this. I can also deduct by the fact that we're here today. You're very quiet.
That's cool.
I don't know. 13, coming in hot.
Is this a scary moment right here when you're almost hitting?
I'm thinking I'm probably going to die right here, but why?
Yeah.
I absolutely do not die. I end up making it smooth. And listen for this chirping of the tires in a couple seconds. No, this landing was butter. Ready? That, folks, is how Aviation Week shall be kicked off.
I am wildly impressed.
Yeah. It's like, all right, we go over here to the left, land the plane, everything's good, and get the old pat on the back for not getting us killed. So
fair. Okay.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me kick this thing off here real quick. Yeah, there you go. Aviation Week. I think that's probably the coolest flight ever recorded in history. I got a chance to do that, and I didn't die. I didn't hurt anybody. I got to fly for like an hour out over East Texas. We flew over giant bodies of water. We flew over like giant forests and things where, you know, had it not been for my proficiency with that little steering wheel, may never have been found again.
All those video games have really served you well over the years.
Exactly. The truth of the matter is, I'm far more equipped to do a NASCAR race car than I ever would have been to do an airplane. I never played an airplane video game before. That was just natural talent. So
natural talent. Good for you. Okay. Were you taking lessons or what was the situation?
That was a one-time lesson. My buddy Clint, who was in the back taking the picture there, he was actually getting an airplane pilot's license, which I'm not sure if he ended up doing it yet or not. And I was like, that looks kind of cool, but not for me. Like, I don't really get down like that. I don't want to know what's going on in the cockpit of the plane. When I get on, it's like, okay, if we wreck and I'm done, at least it's not my fault. In a case like this, when you get in a plane, it's like, dude, if we wreck, it is 100% my fault. So you have to be really careful about it. And he got me a lesson for Christmas 4 years ago. Cool. We were business partners. We owned a roofing company together. And Clint Koppel, my good friend, hooked me up that day. So that was the one and only time I've ever done that. And I know that looked like it was an expert and not somebody that has like only done it once. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I've been flying for years and hundreds of thousands of flights, but I am going to stand by. That was the only time I've ever flown a plane, and I nailed it. And that lady there, she might have looked like she was doing something.
That was a lady? Oh, okay.
But she wasn't.
Good for you. Yeah, that was smooth. Now, I got to ask,
folks.
You know when you're a passenger in a car and you feel super sick, but you're the driver in the car and you don't feel sick? Is it the same for airplanes?
Well, I've never actually flown in a plane with someone else other than like commercial. And I can't even go on. In that one, it's like, whatever. I don't even know who's doing it. But in this situation, I was a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. Like if I take this out right there, if I flip the wrong switch, if I cough or sneeze or cut the wheel the wrong way, this guy's got a, multi-million-dollar business. We're business partners. We got roofing all over Texas.
Yeah.
This nice lady's an instructor. I mean, she was just going to work that day. It would be very, 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 very wrong of me to do something to ruin that for her tomorrow. So glad we're here. But
I'm
I did not
very
feel
happy.
scared to fly as much as I thought I would. I do think that if the gentleman in the back seat were flying in place of me, I probably would have crapped my pants. So there you go.
Yes, from nerves and also from motion. Yeah,
Yep. Mostly nerves. When people can't drive a car to the
I
level where I
too.
feel good, I'm not 100% confident that getting behind the wheel of an airplane is like
Fair. I mean, but less
there you go.
traffic, like less margin of error maybe because you're not responsible for like
Yeah,
7,000
I mean, I'm
lives
not
on
gonna
the
rear
road.
end anybody at a stoplight or anything like that,
Yeah,
but,
a bird
you
maybe.
hit switch B instead of switch A, next thing you know, you're in a tailspin down into the Lake Palestine, and,
That's fair.
I'm not jumping
That's
in
fair.
to try and save me, so you're probably gonna be done at that point, so I
Mm,
guess it's 6 in one, half dozen in the other as far as
yeah,
safety
right.
goes, but flying a plane was something I never wanted to do, never envisioned, but one day I did it, and
You
that
did it.
was 4 years ago yesterday, so
Good for
aviation week,
you.
folks.
Good for you. Well, that's a very exciting story. And that's a great way to start off aviation week here on Going On Daily.
I think so.
Love it. I have an airplane story since we're talking
Oh,
about
I
it,
love
but it's not it's not nearly as cool as yours. So, it's about all these times that I was sick on an airplane. There was this time my parents sent me to Ontario by myself. I was going into grade 8 or was I going into grade 7? I can't remember. I think going into grade 8. So I would have been about 13 years old, maybe 12, maybe 13. And I got sat beside two teenage boys. So as a 13-year-old girl, being sat beside teenage boys is a nightmare in general,
right?
knowing that I do not do well on planes at all. And we are about to descend. We've got a quick stopover in Calgary, which is close to me, and then it's home. So we're descending to Calgary, and I start to feel real nauseated, like real ill. And I think I can't get up to go puke in the bathroom
Uh-oh.
because if I do, they'll yell at me for standing up while we're descending and I'll make a scene. I don't want to make a scene, but I
Nope.
also don't
Heaven
want to puke
forbid.
in a bag, like the little puke bags they've got there. I don't want to do that either because that would also make a scene.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what you're doing unless you like pull it in your shirt and do it. I'm not that discreet. And I was
Because
wearing,
even then, they can pretty much guess.
they know what's up.
Yeah, they know.
So guess what I chose to do, Chuck?
Well, now we're faced with a choice here. It's get
Real
up, go to
so
the
few
bathroom,
choice.
make a scene, which we don't want to make a scene.
Yeah,
We've made this point clear.
yeah,
It's pick up the paper bag, make a scene.
mhm,
We don't want to make a scene. We've mentioned twice now.
yeah, yeah.
So my assumption, Becky, is that you made a scene.
I made
And
a
I'm going to
scene.
guess that you puked on some teenagers.
I puked in my hands like
Oh,
this,
wow. Well, that was a twist that I was not expecting
and
at
they're just
all.
it's dripping, and these boys are horrified, and I'm looking around. I don't know what to
Oh,
do, and
wow.
this
What
sweet
a
lady across from me, and she gets a bag out, and I'm trying to pour it, and it's just dripping through my hands. It stinks. It stinks. It's puke. I'm a 13-year-old girl. And then they like quickly moved me to the back. So apparently you can go. You can go for a walk during a descent
if necessary,
if
yes. If you make
necessary.
everybody there so disgusted
Yeah.
that they can't
And
even look
so
at you.
my shirt
Oh, what a
reeked of it
horrible
because it
thing. I
had
feel
dripped
sorry for you as a
everywhere.
13-year-old. That's
It
terrible.
was pretty traumatic for sure. And then when we landed in Calgary, I was wrong. It can be topped. Correct. Yes. I chose to make a scene that day. But we landed because I'm 13 flying by myself. Obviously, I'm not allowed to like go sit in to go die in the airport somewhere and hide. No, I couldn't do that. I have to sit at the little,
Where the kids sit, yeah.
not even, I was on the floor beside the little podium where they announce everything. So I'm sitting there like this, like, and I just stink. And I see these boys walk off and I see them get to their parents and they're like,
Like pointing at you and laughing.
yeah,
The parents were laughing. It's
it
not a good way to do it, parents. Don't encourage that.
don't encourage it. It was so traumatic. And then so the next year, my parents send my brother and I together, again, same age, together to Ontario for the summer, going into grade 9 now. And so of course, like the flashbacks are coming. And I go, oh God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna puke. And I psych myself out, right? It used to be a time where I would take gravel for like a day every 4 hours, like leading up to flying. That's how motion sick I would get. But it was so psychological that like really if I just got over my fear of puking, I
It
wouldn't
probably
puke.
wouldn't happen. Yeah.
No. And so we get to the airport. I am puking like crazy prior. And then we get to waiting to get on the plane, and I'm in the bathroom puking. And then they let us on first because again, we're both 13 and 14. And I'm walking down the ramp to get into the plane, and I puke right there, all over the floor of the ramp. And my brother is such a rule follower, and he goes, "No, no, what do we do? What do we do?" And I was like, "Let's keep going." And I grab him.
Keep walking, bro. Shut up.
And because nobody was in the ramp with us because we're children.
No rearview mirror. We're looking straight ahead.
And so I run to the bathroom, continue on with my psychosis. My brother goes, I was putting away my bags, and everyone kept talking about the gross puke they saw in the ramp. So now if I fly with my brother, I'm like, hey, should I throw up here? He's like, oh my God, no, don't do it. So,
it's funnier the older you get too. Like at 39, that would hit so much harder than it did at 13.
Totally.
Like the responses from strangers would be magnified by
there's a lot less grace when I'm not a young
exactly
teenager. Yeah. So kind of since that time though, I've never puked on a plane anymore. I feel gross, like I feel motion sick. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna fly to Africa. But I'm gonna have to drive to Africa for sure. No, driving's even worse. I get even more motion sick in a car.
Oof.
I know. Boats though, boats are the absolute worst. So I'm gonna have to teleport. That's the only.
I think that's the thing. Oh, yeah. And I right now I know it's aviation week, but I would like to put out a request, if I may, to our producer Ron, who's in the background right now, doing an amazing job with everything.
Yep, definitely.
I would like to propose that somewhere down the road, potentially, we have puke week on Going On Daily, because I got like 5 or 6 really good puke stories too. And I feel like you and I could have some really good, like quality puke stories that could really entertain the masses. So I don't know about the other host. I'm sure you all have puked at some point. Yeah. I'm sure you've got something funny about it. Like
I'm a puker.
I puked in a drinking fountain on a cruise ship once. One time when I was about 10, I was on a ride at the fair. And I got sick and I started throwing up, and it started like projectile vomiting out. And like, I'll never forget that because I hit my cousin with it. My mom thought it was funny. So yeah,
I have to will
puke
myself.
Week. We got stuff for puke week.
Yeah, we got stuff for puke week. I will myself through that. It's like this. Like if I'm on a ride, because I don't do well on rides, and yet here I am going on rides, and I'm just like, and I hold it because you don't want to be that guy that pukes on a
exactly.
On a ride.
You don't even enjoy the ride because the whole time you're thinking about don't puke, don't puke, don't puke, don't puke. As soon as you open your eyes, it's like shit. I'm sorry. You know, I was trying, and that's why you don't enjoy rides. I got you. I'm the same way.
No, puke Skywalker. I love
some of these.
Puke of Earl, pukes of Hazard, pukes on a plane. The mother pukes on a plane. Anyway, this is a family show, so no swearing today, Becky. Let's tell everybody where they can find us, Chuck. We are live currently on several different platforms. If you're here with Ron, and Danny is here somewhere, you're probably watching on YouTube, maybe on Rumble, on Kick, at Rhode Island Broadcasting, or on Twitch at RI_broadcasting, or on X Twitter at Broadcasting RI. We are live every day minus Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. You can also listen to us after the fact. Let's say you're not around at those times. Let's say you don't want to see Chuck's and I pretty faces.
What the hell's wrong with you? Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. You can listen to us only on audio at Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. You can also follow us on our social medias. Now, Ron said he's going to streamline our social medias, and I think that's fair. Do we need MeWe?
We do have quite a few. I still to this day don't know all of them.
I signed up for Space Hey after our last show. It's literally MySpace. And I was like, I don't know that I want MySpace. You know, it was fine.
See, I never had MySpace.
I did have it.
I'm gonna go to Space Hey today, and
it is literally MySpace. So we kept saying it was MySpace, but I guess in my head I thought no, it's like the 2025 version of it is. The graphics are so.
I was gonna say MySpace is still a thing. It was bought by like Justin Timberlake or something, I think maybe.
What,
or
really? What?
Somebody famous, I think, bought MySpace.
I don't remember that.
Justin Bieber?
No, he was like not even alive.
I feel like it was someone named Justin, and maybe I'm completely wrong.
Trudeau, don't get it.
Somebody that's watching that knows who owns MySpace.
Let's look this up, Ron.
I've never
Anyway,
been on MySpace. I don't even know what it looks like. I'm only from the Facebook era.
yeah, no,
MySpace was on the way out when I got here, and it was like, you know what?
like the graphics of early Facebook were still better than MySpace were. So
It's
it's
charming.
very HTML.
And let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, you can HTML find us live on Space Hey.
MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky Parlor,
Gab.
Patreon, Gab, Space. Hey, we're at all of these at RI Broadcasting. Of course, right under here. This is Patreon. That's kind of the most important one. This keeps our show going, so feel free to subscribe over there. And of course, we're also on X, Twitter at Broadcasting RI. Why we're not under RI Broadcasting, I will never know. But you can also go to our Facebook. If you're like, no, I don't do Space Hey, Parlor, TikTok, MeWe, Gab. If I don't do those, you can just go to Facebook. We're at the Going On Daily Morning Show on Facebook. Or you can go to our website. Mistakes were made in the social media process. You can change names, Ron. You can do that.
I do it all the time. My Chuck Allen 210 used to be called Keeping It Real podcast on YouTube.
It used to be called Chuck Allen 001, 002.
I've changed
003.
it 209 separate times.
I figured you did.
And now here I am.
Here you are. You can also support the show or just go find all of our social medias at rhodeislandbroadcasting.net. That has everything you need in one place, including the Hall of Fame. If you want to vote, it gets interactive with us. We are voting every month. We've done music, we've done movies, we've done actors, we've done TV shows. So now we are on female singers of the 80s. We got Madonna, Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, Pat Benatar. My vote was for Whitney Houston. There's no way she's not winning this.
See, last week I had Whitney Houston as well, but over the course of the last 7 days, a lot of thoughts have come into my mind, Becky, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going Pat Benatar because maybe nobody else will. I want to stand on business and be like, Pat Benatar, folks, is a Hall of Famer. Maybe she doesn't get into this Hall of Fame, but
no, Kyle also said Pat Benatar, and so did Ron. So apparently y'all had little wet dreams for Pat Benatar in the 80s. Maybe not you, you were a young boy, but maybe the rest of them.
Yeah, I don't even know what Pat Benatar looks like, to be honest.
Like aggressive, like a lot of blush, for sure.
All right. So if I saw Pat Benatar, I would not know who she was, but if she were to walk up and say, out of these five people, who would you choose? And me just thinking her name's like, Random Rita or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'd go with Pat Benatar. Pat Benatar is awesome. And now Pat Benatar reveals herself and says, Chuck, I am Pat Benatar. And then we become friends. So,
and lovers, maybe.
Nah. Yeah, she's probably kind of old at this point, but
maybe
those are the ladies that find me attractive. So if Pat Benatar's in the 75 to 90 range,
do young ladies not find you attractive, Chuck?
No, I don't know why. I feel like I'm all right. I mean,
I
got a good personality.
This is why you're single, because you won't date a 75-year-old woman.
No, I will.
See,
I will.
I will. She is born in 1953, so she's 72. So yeah,
right in my wheelhouse.
Fits the demographic.
Yeah, I look good to her. Vote for Pat Benatar. I want to be dating a Hall of Famer. Come on.
Listen, vote for Whitney because she died in a bathtub.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Pat Benatar doesn't have it like that.
No. And Tina
Turner,
too, right?
I feel like Tina Turner just passed away recently, didn't
and her husband used
to
beat her. Her and her husband used to beat her, so like that's worth my vote. Janet and Madonna, neither can sing.
Both are weird.
They have a lot of plastic surgery. They're all a little tight for my liking. They're like,
never been a Madonna fan. I'm neutral for Janet. Neutral.
I'm not.
No animosity towards her.
There's a couple of songs I like, and that's it. Whitney and Tina all the way. So, anyways, we could go on about this forever. Danny is back. Hi, Beck. Hi, Chuck. Good morning, everybody. Everyone. Hello. Good morning. Okay, so it's aviation week, as we know.
Yes.
And I was thinking about, I was going to do origin of travel and all this stuff, but I figure a lot of other people might want to do that. And me getting to be on the Monday show, I always take these topics from people. So I decided to not do that. Let's talk about hacks, airplane hacks for having a good flight. Because as you know, in 2 months, I am boarding several planes, and making my way to Uganda. And that's a long flight. That's a lot of flights. And I do not fly well, as we know. Even my flight to Toronto has several
This has
pukes.
been
So
documented. There are
it has been
13-year-old boys that
documented.
were scarred for life.
Listen, if you're a teenager, do not sit beside me. I will puke in my hands beside you. So I thought, what the heck can I do to make flying easier? Right? Besides like just drugging myself up because I don't like to do that either.
That's a pretty good way to do it. But
It is
yes, I
for sure.
understand.
So I looked up different hacks that the internet had to say, and there are actually a few good ones that I never thought about. So one of the ones they suggest is consider a seat at the back of the plane. Now,
Legit.
ideally, they say go to the front of the plane because you get off first. But no, the hopes is that if it's not a full flight, then there's going to be a lot of extra rows back there because
Mhm.
people want to be sitting near the front. So there is a good chance that you might get your own row or at least a seat in between you if you book in the back.
Indeed. I've used this trick several
You have.
times.
I've never thought of
Yes.
it. I
I've
hate
flown on
that.
almost 500 flights, and I have probably done that at least 50 times
Smart. You know what I do?
intentionally for that same purpose.
If
And you're close to
I
the bathroom if you ever need it, which
That's true,
in my
which we do.
400 and some odd flights, I've never used a
Yep.
bathroom on a plane. But
Oh, yeah,
if
right.
I need it that one time, it's there.
Yeah, we talked about this when I was coming home from Ontario in September,
Yep.
how I waited and the guy's like, "There's somebody in there," and I just waited and I waited and I waited, and then eventually this girl came out and I was
Large,
like and then the
somewhat
flight attendant's like, "You
proportionate
can go
to.
back in there." Yeah.
Yeah. It's
He's
like,
like,
hey,
"You
you
can
know
go
what?
in
All of
there."
a sudden, I'm feeling pretty good.
Like, "You know what? I will take the UTI to hold this for the rest of the flight,
It's
thank you."
worth dying.
It's worth burning urethra. So another hack that it's not on this list, but what I do is if I'm booking for me and somebody else, I book a middle, or sorry, I book an aisle and a window and leave middle open because again, if it's not a full flight, no one is taking that middle seat. And then if somebody does take your middle seat, then you just go, okay, you can have the window or the aisle, and then we still sit together.
Yeah. I think at that point, though, you're like, you get the window. If you're not taking the middle, I get the aisle.
Yeah,
It's
I
middle or
prefer an aisle
nothing.
seat,
Middle or
although
I
nice
dictate,
to,
and nobody ever gets the aisle.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm a
I like the
tyrant.
aisle for sure. You're tall, so your legs
Yeah,
hang
I gotta
over.
stick my legs out the thing. I always kick the drink cart. I trip
Always. They
people.
always hit me, always.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Flying is horrible. That's why I tried to learn how to fly a plane myself. Didn't
Mm,
work.
yeah. I had a boyfriend who got a private jet after we, dated. His family did, not him, but his family. So I'm pretty upset about that because I see it online and it makes me pretty angry.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine.
I
It's
do know
fine.
someone that was very wealthy and very well off, and he actually had a small plane of his own and crashed it and
Mm.
perished very, very early. So
Was your friend John Denver?
no, but it was very similar
Ugh,
set of
heartbreaking.
circumstances.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, well, on to less sad things today.
Happy.
Another one is book your flights early for good seats. I mean, that makes sense, but like how early is early? Like do you book it a year in advance so you can have good seats? I think that one's kind of stupid.
I mean, I see the point there, but usually the way I travel is, oh, I need to be in Florida on Friday. Well, let me go look real quick and get a ticket
Yeah,
today for Friday.
exactly.
I don't ever get a ticket for planes like weeks in advance. It's usually like the day before or
Yeah.
a couple days. And, I mean, I know that you can find windows of opportunity to save money. That's never really my primary thing when I'm trying to travel, but it's like you can find times to, if I fly out of San Antonio at 3 in the morning and I land in Las Vegas at 6,
Yeah.
there's not that many people on the flight from here to
Just
Vegas. So,
yeah, that's right.
you know,
I agree. Unless you're Elvis trying to get
get them sandwiches.
yeah, get them peanut butter sandwiches. Danny can't travel because he had back surgery. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Traveling is very hard on the back. It hurts the body. So you're probably better off, Danny, staying where you are in sunny California. Upgrading your seat. Now, I looked into this for Africa. Each flight, and keep in mind, I'm on 4 different flights to get there. Each flight is like $100 to $200 per to upgrade my seat.
From what to what?
Edmonton to Montreal, Montreal to
No, I
Brussels,
mean for
Brussels.
like what class in the plane?
Oh,
From like regular to
no.
good or
No,
like
no,
to
no,
first
no.
class
Not
or
into class. Just to get like a emergency row or the first row or not even
substantial?
not even for first class.
First
just
class
for
is thousands.
just for like a bigger leg room, really. Now the lady who's leading our group, she's 6 feet. So for a woman, that's pretty tall, or 6'1". She upgraded everything. She's like, I need the leg room. And she probably doesn't want to be with everybody for that she's going to be with for 2 weeks. So I don't blame her for that. It is worth the extra $800 or 1,000 or whatever she spent. Oh no,
It
that's
is
each way. So there's probably about 1,500 extra she had to spend.
well
But
worth it. I
well
would
worth it.
recommend that
Have your
to
legs stretched
anybody.
out.
If you're
Yeah.
flying to Uganda, like that sounds like it's a few hours.
Yeah, it's like 4 and a bit to Montreal. Then we have a 12-hour layover, and then it's 8.5 to Brussels, and then a 2-hour layover, and then it's another 10 something to Uganda. But we have to stop in Rwanda first and get off the plane, and then get back on the plane, and that's another hour and a half to Uganda. And then I don't know about how long we have to drive when we get there. And keep in mind, I hate travel. I hate it. So I don't know what
I
I'm
hear you
thinking.
on that. Those are
I
some
don't know.
long flights right there.
So this is why I need plane hacks, right?
Yes.
Adjusting your sleep pattern before you fly. I've never thought to do this, but it says in days before your flight, adjust your sleep patterns like 4 a.m. or 7 p.m. bedtimes, just to get your body ready. So our flight's at 12:55 a.m., so midnight. Uh, you sleep all the way to Montreal, you wake up, you got a 12-hour layover. We're going to explore Montreal, and then it's, 8 whatever hours. So I think I'm going to be able to sleep to Brussels as well because it's going to be nighttime. We're flying north, and
Yep.
north is, well, not even. I think we're actually probably pretty level. I forgot that Europe's a little lower than Canada. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to honestly get gravel and drug myself.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the only thing you can do.
Totally. Of
I get
course
it.
you can dress comfortably. My husband wears jeans on an airplane. I think that is offensive.
I can't
Sweatpants
do
or
it. I'm like
sweatpants.
sweatpants, like
Totally.
loose hoodies.
My
Like,
exact outfit in sweatpants and a loose shirt. That is what I'm wearing. He's
yeah.
in jeans. They're tight. He has a belt on. A belt on an
Yeah, I can't
airplane.
on a plane.
Lord, offensive. Offensive. It digs into my belly. Oh, I hate it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Check in early. He loves to check in early. I do not. Ew. I want to get
I
there.
always check in like the day before on my phone and like just have everything
Well,
set.
but like I think it means getting to the airport early so that you can sit and wait. I don't want to sit and wait. I want to get
Yeah,
there
I respect that.
exactly
You would
when
hate to travel with me because I am like,
the
it says 2 hours. I'm like 5 hours early because it's like
oh,
I'll miss my plane or everybody will be mad at me.
the
And I'm like super weird about being on time for
I mean that's
everything.
fair.
Like
Yeah.
I will sit at the airport for 10 hours to make sure I don't miss the
Oh my gosh. The first time him and I traveled
crazy.
together, we were going back to Ontario for a wedding. Uh my kids were like 6 and 4, or like maybe just 7 and 5. So like that's kids are hard to travel with. And
Yeah,
he wanted us to
sometimes.
show up at the airport 3 hours early. And I was like, "Have you ever hung out with preschoolers in an airport? Not a friggin' chance. We are not going there." And so I got there, you know, and with enough time to get on my airplane. And that's all I want.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you go and eat, and keep in mind, I've never really been able to eat or drink or anything leading up to a flight because of puke. So,
Puke ruins it for everybody. And that sucks because there are a lot of cool places to eat in airports.
totally.
You name it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Don't overpack your personal item, which I always do. My bag is jam packed, and then I have to put it up top because it doesn't fit underneath for
Right.
me. But it says just keep it light and simple. Bring a travel pillow. This seems to go without saying. For this one, I have a neck
Those
pillow.
donut things. Yeah.
I have an inflatable one that you put your hands through and you go like this now. I bought a lumbar pillow and I have a butt pillow because I don't know what it's going to be like. I've also bought a leg hammock. It goes over the
A
the
leg
tray.
hammock. Holy
Yes, the
cow.
tray.
Beck, you are like taking it to another level.
I don't know.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I just learned. I don't know what it's going to be like. So it
It's
hangs over
going to
the
be
tray.
awesome no matter how you do it because you are well prepared.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm still going to be super
Wow.
uncomfortable though. I brought a pouch for all my cords because normally my cords are just all over the place. I have a little pouch and I put them all in. I'm trying to get, well, you say it's too much to carry around, but they're all inflatable. So they all just fold up into little tiny balls in my backpack. So
How do you inflate them when you get into the plane,
let
though?
me
How does
tell
that
you,
work? Do you have to be
there's a
like,
pump. No,
or do you have like a pump?
it's got a pump attached to it. It's you just like squeeze it. What remember Nike Airs?
Cash money, yeah, all
That's what it
day.
has on it. So
Wow.
yeah.
I'm
I
envious. I've been on a lot of flights. I buy those pillows all the time. I've got like 70 of them.
Mhm.
I never remember to bring one with me, so I have to buy one every time I
Every time.
fly.
Well,
And
those
it's
beanbag
like so
ones can
annoying
suck
because
it.
I love them, but I hate them. And
Yeah,
I don't know. Sounds like your flight is going to be absolutely
I hope
amazing.
so. This is saying buckle up your seatbelt over your blanket. I never even thought about a blanket. It is going to be cold. I'm always cold, but then you have a blanket in Uganda, and then what?
I mean, I don't know.
Mm,
I don't think you want a blanket for a long, extended flight like that because I feel
yeah,
like,
but I hate being cold on an airplane.
yeah,
Hate it.
my experience has been always hot over cold. It's
Mm,
never
not me.
cold enough on a
Not
plane
me.
for me.
I freeze on an airplane. Give it to you again, and yes, I
There you
agree. But
go.
then what happens when I come back? Because it is
Imagine. Oh, yeah.
February is our coldest month, or pretty close to. So when I'm flying home from Montreal to Edmonton, I'm going to freeze my little butt off on that
Sorry,
airplane.
Ugandans. Not happening.
And what do they need it for? It's soup. It's 40 degrees
I mean,
Celsius
imagine
there.
if you were a Ugandan somewhere in a village in Uganda and you had like an inflatable lumbar pillow.
I
You'd
mean,
be
that's
the hit of the neighborhood. I
yeah,
tell you that. All your friends would come at you. You could start like a chiropractic service. Like, Becky, you could change the entire economy of
I
Uganda
could.
with this
Yeah,
one moment.
I
So,
I do actually think that they have luxuries there. They just have a large,
yeah,
lower
you're right.
class.
You're
They
right. They
aren't like
do.
normal people with internet, Wi-Fi, and electricity. They just have a lot of poor class there. Danny, I can't eat, even drive, or pick up heavy stuff because I had surgery on my back. My doctors say lay down and don't sit up. Bad for my back. Yeah, sounds like it.
I can't
Okay.
stand up either.
Yeah, just
Roofing
exist on a
shingles.
stretcher. Yeah. Let's go a couple more. Pack an eye mask. I've done that. Headphones, noise canceling headphones. I don't have that. I should though.
Oh,
I sat
that is, you
beside.
got to have that. I use my AirPods now, and I think AirPods with the thing that you can like make it so you can hear,
Oh, okay.
those are perfect.
I don't have Apple products, but I don't know. I was sitting on a plane this year going to Vegas, and I got sat beside this couple. Were of European, I would say, the loud kind of European,
France.
and I could hear. I had my headphones on, and I was watching a show, and it was loud. And these two just so loud, I could hear their full conversation past full blast music. And I'm like, how is this possible? It's an airplane. Like, I can't even hear myself think right now. And this guy who sat beside me in the middle seat, he had to pee about 18 times on this flight. So I was getting up constantly. And I
Stuff.
said to my husband, because he was on the aisle across from me, because that way we could just talk to each other and neither of us have to be in the middle. And he just is laughing. And I was like, I'll kill you. Because I was like, which seat do you want? He's like, I don't know. I'll take this one. And I'm like, I'll kill you. So, yeah.
There you go.
I'm like that.
Airline hijinks.
Don't inconvenience me while I'm resting comfortably in a plane. Every time I stand up, I feel like I'm going to puke. Okay. So, like, I had to do
Look
it
at
18
me.
times. And his wife she had several as well. So, between the two of them, I was up the entire flight. Let's see what else. Stay healthy. That's interesting. I
Good
mean,
advice. I
like, it
mean,
kind of makes
I
sense.
think that applies to just about everything in life.
Yeah, right.
Stay healthy, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll give you one more. Bring what you need to freshen up. I keep seeing people online doing facials, doing little masks. I think I'm gonna bring a mask and like have a nice glowing skin by the time I get there.
I don't have a mask, but I do bring hand sanitizer. I
I don't
bring moisturizing stuff for my hands. I
moisturizer makes
typically
sense.
bring cologne, and I always have gum because I don't want
Yeah.
to smell. I don't want to have BO, and I don't want to have bad breath. And if you're someone on a plane, especially if you're going somewhere like Uganda, make sure you bring toothpaste. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you practice personal hygiene that morning
Yeah.
because Becky likes to throw up on planes where people don't smell like that. You get on a plane and you smell like that, game on.
Like
Don't do it.
I'm
You're on
just
that
thinking, like,
flight.
I
Smell
love
good.
I love Indian food, but the smell of it
Oh,
usually gets
man.
me a
Yeah,
little
it's
draggy. Even though
tough.
I love it. I love to eat it. But the
It's just
smell does it for me. And if I'm on a plane, let's say I was going to India, I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
no private jet.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
I'm taking a helicopter at that point. I'm
Right,
taking that plane from
exactly.
the Tyler airport and I'm flying to India.
Exactly. I just don't get it though, because I love to eat it. Anyways, that's it. There's a whole bunch more, but that is it. Those are some easy ones. We'll see. I'll let you guys know in March how it was when I'm
That's
back.
going to be awesome. Can't wait for March, ladies and gentlemen.
Can't
It
wait for
gives us
March.
something to look forward to. And you'll be the second person I know that's been to Uganda. So congratulations
Oh,
on
wow.
that. It's pretty
All right.
awesome.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
There you
Okay,
go.
so you are taking us into our next story here. Fired on your day off? Hold my beer. What does
Yeah,
that
and
even
this
mean?
story doesn't have anything to do with any of that, but it's a cool title.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it is.
a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the glorious career choice that is head coach for college football teams. As you recall, we were going over the
Yes.
millions and millions of dollars being wasted on people that got fired from their job because they weren't good.
Yeah.
And they were forced to evacuate the premises for like 70 million, 50 million, whatever, right? And we thought at the time, that sounds pretty awesome. But, ladies and gentlemen, the last 7 days have taught me something, and that is there is always a flip side to this story. Okay, Becky, you ready? This is about to get salacious and like incredibly crazy right out of the gate.
Right? Yes.
So we were talking about college football. Y'all know I love Ohio State. We talk about that all the time. Our rival school is a school known as the University of Michigan. Last week, you and I did this podcast, and we were talking about, random topics, nothing to do with that, but nothing was anticipated at all. I believe that last Monday, the former now head coach of the University of Michigan, a man by the name of Sharon Moore, believe he was probably watching our show, got done with this and laughed. It was like, those guys are hilarious. Went on about his day.
Yes.
Well, Becky, this is when things take a serious turn for the worse. After our program concluded and Sharon Moore left his office in Michigan, bad things started going down. No. So check this out. This guy, he's been the coach for 2 years at the university when his predecessor's the guy before, right? Successor is the guy after.
Yeah.
His predecessor was cowardly ran and went to the professional leagues before a major cheating scandal broke in which he was 100% guilty. He's currently banned and can't come back to college for a long time.
Wow.
So this guy is his handpicked successor. Okay. You can only assume.
Yes.
Quality people hang in packs.
Yeah,
so
naturally. Yes, you are the company.
Last week, as our program left the airwaves, Sharon Moore got in his car driving, and Becky, he makes a phone call. And I know what you're thinking. Dude probably called his wife. Probably called maybe his kids, right?
You would think.
No. Sharon called his
mistress. Yes, he did.
Who is also on his staff. So basically, he's got a little situation going on at the office. Okay. Maybe not the highest moral ground, but at this point, I'm like, stuff like that does happen. I get it. I don't agree with it. I think it's despicable. But it's happened historically. So I'm looking at this thing last Wednesday, which was only 5 days ago?
Yep.
5 days ago, I flip on my Facebook and they're like, Sharon Moore fired from the University of Michigan. Dang. And I'm like, dude, nobody expected this. Let's read about what's going on. Well, Becky, apparently Sharon has been carrying on this egregious affair for the entire duration, the 2 years he's been there. No. The part where it gets kind of shady in my eyes is there was an investigation back in the summer. Several months ago, there was an investigation. Obviously, there were some rumors. There were some things going on. Both parties denied at that point, but there was a investigation last summer. This is important because the timeline for new student athletes to sign up to come join this program ended last week. So, investigation. Did we find something? Are we going to withhold this info from innocent kids to get them tricked into coming to our school because that's the kind of school we are?
Naturally.
Yeah, that's probably what I think happened. But they fire the guy, Sharon, and Sharon goes off the deep end, Becky.
No.
Off the deep end. This guy, now mind you, on Monday, he's the head coach. one of the most illustrious programs in the world, very, very high level. He's making tons of money, got all
Right.
going on. Wednesday, he loses his job, like instantly terminated. Boom, get out, you're done. There is no question about it. Sharon flips out and goes to the girl's house, which probably not the best move, but he goes to the girl's house. He's under an intense amount of, I don't even know what the word duress. And he breaks into her house. She's there. Now, there were some other details. She did get pregnant at one point. He did have her eliminate that child as well. Jeez. He is a married man with 3 children. They all look to be under the age of 10. So not a real good look. And mind you, again, the girl did know he was married. So she's certainly not an innocent victim by any means. Yep. All parties are involved. The only ones that really get the bad end are the wife and kids. They did nothing. Well, he goes to her house. He gets in, holds her hostage, right? Like he's got her held hostage.
The girlfriend.
He goes into the kitchen. He grabs 2 butter knives, which again, I mean, and some scissors. Okay, so scissors, I'm like, all right. I'm not making fun of the butter knives anymore. He's got scissors. This could be legit. And he starts threatening her that he's going to kill himself right in front of her and he's going to make her watch because his life just got completely destroyed because she's the one that broke up with him on Monday last week and she went and told the people at the university.
Why would she do that? She's just as guilty.
Well, I'm sure there was probably monetary reasons or I also think that it could be a setup because the team wasn't that good at football. That this morality clause just kind of comes into the thing after the fact. She's like, you know what? Our team sucks. I'm going to do this for the team. I'm telling on Sharon. Well, Sharon gets told on. He does this. He ends up getting arrested. So he's currently sitting in jail. He's facing multiple felonies because he was threatening to kill her and himself. He had done all this crazy stuff. And this all happened in the course of 48 hours. And it's like, how do you go from being the elite high-level coach to sitting in jail, literally on suicide watch with your mistress turning you into your people, all your stuff being exposed? They then found out that he was also allegedly texting OnlyFans models at halftime of the big game, trying to get them to do some shenanigans after the show with him in exchange for tickets. So this is what I'm looking at, okay? This dude was not even at work on Monday. He did not have anything to do. They were planning the week for the bowl game coming up. He's got a nice couple days off. He got fired on his day off, but it got much worse beyond that. And now our friend Sharon Moore is in jail, facing multiple felony counts. His name has completely been destroyed. Lots of people are very upset about what happened, obviously. And to me, that is the exact polar opposite of what you're supposed to do when you get fired as a coach. You're not supposed to go to jail. You're not supposed to snap. You're supposed to laugh and take the money.
Take your millions of dollars and go.
Yeah. Sharon wasn't watching the show the week before, so he lost that memo. And now he is basically done for life. He will never probably ever have a chance to redeem himself. He will be besmirched forever.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Abuse of power, lying. Yeah, he did have her do the abortion, and then he also doubled her salary to keep her quiet, which I think that's another one of the things that we got going on. So
the wife probably used Sharon. She didn't care about him. She probably controlled. Maybe. I mean,
maybe, but I don't think that's worth doing that to your family.
No, we don't know what their dynamic was.
I feel like he's the bad guy. I feel like the wife is all right in this situation. In most cases, it is the dude's fault. That's coming from a guy. I admit
get what I'm saying though. Like, what if his wife was really abusive, really mean, controlled his every move?
But he's the head coach of Michigan. I'd be like, hit the bricks. Yeah, if she's hitting him, he doesn't have to give her half of his money, right? I mean,
that's fair. You're right. You are so right. That's Sharon a crazy Moore, story. I had no idea that college football was this dramatic.
It's terrible. And they were making the big joke. They're like, this Michigan scandal is the worst Michigan scandal since the last Michigan scandal. And folks, it's time to do something about this. I am here today on Going On Daily to basically ask you all to send in letters to the NCAA saying, we don't want Michigan in football anymore.
Hmm.
Get them out. OH. There you go. So that's our story right there. That's getting
wild.
fired on your day off. I had a happy story that I was going to tell, but that one was a little bit more interesting.
That's too good.
And I'll tell the other one next week, hopefully.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Do you get days off at Christmas? Maybe you could be on the show more than twice a week. Or
I own my own company. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay, wild story. Another wild story that we have not talked about yet is the news from yesterday about Rob Reiner and his wife being murdered in their home last night or yesterday afternoon.
I know. And it gets a little bit sketchy when you find out who it was that allegedly did it.
Son, apparently,
Nick.
who did this.
What do you suppose is going on in this situation, Becky? This is one that it kind of surprised me. I'm not going to lie. And people were saying it was like Gene Hackman, but I don't believe that Gene Hackman was murdered. I believe Gene Hackman I think his wife hit her head and died first. And then he was just kind of stuck, not knowing what was going on. And he just died. I do, in fact, believe Rob Reiner and his wife were.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that there's a drug problem, maybe.
I don't know. Like, I've never heard anything about Rob Reiner's children being bad or, speaking out against them in any way. It kind of makes you wonder, like, I don't know. You don't just randomly do that. That took some provocation, but really a unnerving story.
Very unnerving. Whoever is on the show tomorrow, whether it's me or if it's Kyle or whomever, hopefully one of us does more info on this because there will be more details as of tomorrow. So yeah, let's definitely include that tomorrow. Anyone who's watching, who is on our show.
There you go.
Okay, so our last topic for the day, we have about 5 minutes left. Home Alone. Is this not everyone's favorite Christmas movie?
Yes.
It is a classic.
100%.
There are a lot of cheesy Christmas movies out there, but there is nothing more solid than Home Alone. I watch it now though, and I'm like, there's a lot of plot holes, but I try to just get out of that. Why don't you just call the home and leave a answering machine message, and then Kevin could have heard it and been like, oh crap, my mom forgot me. Or when the cops knocked on the door.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm not supposed to be here.
Or when the mom was like, I'm trying to get home to my son. Why don't you say, hey, we physically left it? There was a lot of
are you worried you're going to get arrested for child neglect? What's going on here? Why are we keeping it a secret? Because if you went to the authority and said, we left my kid at home, he's 10 and we're in a different country, we need to go get Kevin McAllister, my boy, you'd think that they would just jump to and. Yeah, but he did have a great experience. There were several people that were very good to Kevin throughout the experience, as well as the wet bandits who were dastardly characters. But if you recall, the president of the United States, Donald Trump, was very welcoming to Kevin as he walked into Trump Tower.
You know what? And that is actually on my list here of facts.
Brilliant people think alike.
Interesting facts. Now, this one says it's about Home Alone 2, but I actually think there are some references to Home Alone 1 in here also.
All right.
So, Macaulay Culkin, just a boy, I think he was about 12 years old when Home Alone 2 came out. He was paid $4.5 million for his role in Home Alone 2, the biggest ever salary for a child star at the time, as well as 45 times his salary for Home Alone 1. So what is that, $100,000 he got paid?
Yeah,
so, wow. So good for him. Good for him.
I'm sure he's still getting paid to this day every time that comes on. I'm sure he loves Christmas.
He hasn't done anything since the mid-90s.
He's like, forget it, bro. Once a year, I become cha-ching, cha-ching, and
literally
live it up, buddy.
You deserve royalties alone from Home Alone. It's got to be. There are actually many references to Mary Poppins in this, including the bird lady and the scene where Kevin escapes from the hotel staff, closely as the mirror scenes in Mary Poppins. I've never seen it, so I don't know, but where the children escape the bank staff. It's supposed to mimic that. I didn't know that. I had no idea.
All kinds of little details that when you look back, it's like, I didn't catch that till just now.
Yeah. Because of how cold it was in New York, and I laugh because Come to Alberta and film
I
it.
was going to say, cold is relative. You're like, yeah, right. It was a spring afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. But because of the cold temperatures there in New York, several cameras actually froze during production.
Wow.
Yeah. Breaking news just now, Rob Reiner's son taken into custody. Rob Reiner's house is in my neighborhood. Okay, crazy. Well, good. I'm glad they took him into custody.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's Becky with the breaking news. Yeah, we could be your news source too, as well as your entertainment source.
Yeah, right. Director Christopher Columbus. Oh no, Chris Columbus. My bad, not Christopher.
I was about to say, I wonder how many times he had to deal with that as a kid.
Right? Director Chris Columbus recalled that the production spent a lot of money on artificial snow for Central Park, and then New York City got a blizzard. So
you know that it would have been a sunny day otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The swimming pool scene, you know, that in Home Alone 2 where he loses his shorts, where he can't, do you mind if I cannonball? And they're like, no. And then he jumps in and then his shorts come off because they're his dad's and they're way too big for him. That was actually shot at the Four Seasons in Chicago because the Plaza Hotel doesn't actually have a swimming pool on site.
I guess when you get to a certain level of luxury, swimming pools are not something you look for in hotels.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're probably right. Tim Curry, we know, the concierge, Macaulay Culkin, and Joe Pesci all reportedly turned down roles in The Lion King to do this film instead. Now, I'm going to guess that Tim Curry was probably Scar instead of Jeremy Irons. I'm going to guess Macaulay Culkin was Simba instead of Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yep.
Joe Pesci, though, what would he have been? He would have been the bad. He would have been bad.
He would have been a devious like hyena or something like that, or he would have been a funny looking skunk, you know, that had on like something. They would have made the part didn't happen because he didn't accept it. Therefore, it's a character we don't even know.
We don't even know.
Yeah, Joe Pesci deprived us of a hidden character, and that might have been the one.
Yeah.
Home Alone was a good second bit.
I don't know if there was a lot of like Jersey accents on the grasslands.
Yeah, you know, there you go. He's the guy that, you know, clubs people's knees and stuff.
Yeah. So you got to do it with hyena. But I mean, I think they made a good choice by taking this film over Lion King. Both smashes, absolute huge, even 30 years later, still massive movies. I think they made a good choice by doing this, though.
It would have been a good choice either way. I would have done Lion King. I had voiceover is cool. I did a voiceover commercial one time for a concrete company in Pennsylvania, and I felt like it was amazing. So I'm an accredited voiceover actor. And I've got camera time too. My Facebook stories blow up. Like I got pictures of me or videos of me flying planes. Yesterday was me smashing a printer dressed as Santa Claus doing Office Space. We got all kinds of craziness going on over here, and I would have picked.
Someone hired Chuck Allen 210 to be an actor. Obviously,
game on, or just to be on my podcast. I got an actor from Cobra Kai that's going to be on next week.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah, there you have it. We'll see.
We'll see. Love it. All right, Macaulay Culkin asked Joe Pesci why he never smiled. Remember, he was just a boy asking this fairly intimidating man why he never smiled. Joe Pesci told him to shut up. At the time, Pesci said he's pampered a lot by a lot of people. Not me. I think he likes that.
He probably does. He probably thinks of Uncle Joe to this day.
Uncle Joe. Now, I had also heard that in the first video movie that he was never nice to Macaulay Culkin. He purposely kept that creepy guy to stay in character, so that the fear, you know,
it was real.
That's actually pretty smart method acting.
And that is why getting hit with the paint cans and all that stuff was so funny, because he was actually really scared. He was still doing it.
Right.
Very inspirational.
He thought they were going to come bite his fingers off and shoot him.
Yeah.
Chuck, are you related to Tim Allen?
Yeah, actually, that's my my third cousin, Tim Allen from Home Improvement. Just kidding. I'm not related to him. He may be related to me, though.
Probably.
Maybe.
Danny, you'll like this one. All of the Florida scenes in Home Alone were actually shot in California.
Yes.
What do you know? Director, again, Chris, not Christopher Columbus, has stated in interviews that he considers Home Alone 2 Lost in New York better than the original Home Alone. And that is a toss up for me. I like them both.
Maybe from a cinematic standpoint, yes, but
maybe
from historic and from like Americana or whatever you want to call that, nostalgic,
yeah,
you got to go with Home Alone 1. I mean, 2 probably is a better cinematic production. The acting is better, the storyline's better, but without 1, you don't have to.
No,
so 1 is the one.
I know. I agree with you on that one. The concert hall where Kevin is watching the orchestra with that, remember with the bird lady? They're up top. That's Carnegie Hall. So that's not just a set, that's a real deal.
Wow.
Yeah. I love this. Daniel Stern, so he played Marv.
Right.
He said that a pigeon actually flew into his mouth. So remember when he's like, and like pulling out, it's because a pigeon actually flew into there.
There you go. I had no idea. But next time I watch it, I'll be like, dude, do you guys know what happened right there? That was real. That was real. We know it was real.
Love it. This movie was actually shot at the Plaza in Central Park in a suite. The phone number given for the Plaza in the movie was an actual working number as well.
Oh. Yeah. So if we go back in time and we call that number, someone's probably answering to this day. Yeah. Or do you think somebody was finally like, dude, this isn't Home Alone, and they just changed it, and now it just rings?
Maybe. They probably did, yeah. And finally, Donald Trump owned the Plaza Hotel at the time, and he insisted on being given a cameo in the film in return for letting the crew fill there. I think that's fair.
Absolutely.
Considered editing it out, but kept it after it went over really well with test audiences. I actually love that part. I think it was cool to like see a celebrity, and nobody hated him at the time.
Weird how that happens.
Yeah, you were mad at him in the early 90s.
Yeah, and back in the 90s, it's just like, there's that,
I like when I watch it now. I like, what, I've actually seen it on TV where they have edited it out now, and I think, what is wrong with people that they can't
at that
even
point,
handle?
It's like, come on, guys, really? I mean,
I liked seeing him there. I liked it. So, anyways, so that's it for Home Alone 2 facts. I thought it was a Home Alone 1 facts mixed in there, but I guess not. Home Alone 2 facts for you. Super fun. Love that movie. We are going to watch it soon.
I'm probably going to watch it this afternoon.
Yeah, why not? Maybe I'll do some Home Alone 1 facts next time I'm on. So
there you go.
Yeah.
More reason to tune in. Hey, Chuck. Oh, hey, check this out. Hey, Chuck, your proposal for $20,342 has been viewed by Mrs. Sims.
Good for you. Good for you. Is that what?
Come on, Mrs. Sims. Fly the roof. You need it.
Is that what roofs cost?
Hers is not that big. No, that's average. About 20 G's.
Everything's bigger in Texas, right?
We did one a couple weeks ago that was about 100,000. It was cool. It was cool. Yikes. I like those.
Crazy. What's Danny saying? That's cool. Beck, Home Alone movie, the Legends movie. It is a great movie. It is legendary. You're right. We watched Muppet Christmas Carol last night. That is my favorite Christmas movie. That one is In fact, I actually changed my background this morning to reflect. Oh, sorry, my ring light's in the way.
Nice. Yeah. We see Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen.
Gonzo and Rizzo. That's right. So anyways, that is it for today. Sorry, I'm going to stretch. I'm tight here.
Me too.
Yeah, big stretch here. So where can they find you? Chuck, if anyone's interested.
You guys can find me anywhere on earth, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck Allen on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. Space hey. After today, I will.
Space hey.
And Facebook. I'm everywhere. RioBlancoRoofing.com. Click on our team and you'll find my bio.
Nice.
You'll know everything.
I got to say to the ladies out there watching, if you are under 72, please reach out to Chuck. He's single. He's tall. Everyone wants a tall man. Okay. He's hot. He's got business.
Funny.
He's funny.
I mean, come on.
But he would prefer you to be under 72.
This will be the video that goes viral. This little 10 seconds of this last clip here will be the thing that goes viral. Probably. And next week, everybody will be like, look at that loser. I'll get like 50 million views and they'll be like, that loser, nobody likes him. Only old ladies. And it'll be like, whatever. As long as YouTube sends me a check, I don't care.
I'm really feeling, Chuck, like women between 30 and 50 are going to reach out to you.
Well, let's just see.
I don't know if that's the demographic you're after, or if you're a Bill Belichick and you're like
I'm not opposed to that. I'll go 20 to 50. How about that?
I mean,
I'm just kidding. Let's be realistic. Anyways,
20 is a little young.
It's been an amazing episode, ladies and gentlemen, of Going On Daily. We love being here. This is my highlight of the week. Monday morning is my highlight of the week every week, and now it goes downhill. So thank you all for being here with us. We appreciate you. This week on Keeping It Real podcast on Thursday on my YouTube, I have got what is she called? A healer from Greece. She's like a mental, like trauma healing specialist.
Okay.
I do a lot of like mental health and like stuff like that.
Okay. So
I don't know how it happens, but it just does. I get a lot of those guests. So that's pretty cool to look at. First guest I've had from Greece.
Yeah, that's cool.
And like I said, later this week, I'm going to be interviewing an actor from Cobra Kai. So
where do you find your guests? You have the most random guests.
It's funny you say that, Becky. Now, I know we're off the air. We got just a couple seconds, but let me share this real quick before we go. Do you know how I found this program, Going On Daily?
A post that I made?
Exactly. That's how I found all my guests. I go to the Facebook group and I'm like looking for guests or whatever, and it shows that. And I remember one random day I saw this and I was like, I'm going to reach out and see if I can maybe be on this show. Like, that Becky, she seems cool. Like, she'll probably be way more popular with my fans than me. So I need to hitch my wagon to get to the top a little quicker. Here we are. And
I saw you message and I was like, you know what? I want to be this guy's wingman.
Yeah, there you go. And it's ever since, like 15 weeks later, here we are.
Is that it? Only 15? No, it's been longer than that.
I just made up 15. That's 4 months. I mean, I don't know. I have to go back and check.
I'm going to go back and check. That's way longer than that.
It's been great. Like, I actually watch our show every single week, and I never watch my own podcast, Keeping It Real, unless it's like the one I had on yesterday was an 80s professional wrestler whose job was to go out and get beat up by the stars. And that one was funny, so I watched it. But I usually don't watch my own podcast, but I watch every episode of Going On Daily that I'm on.
June 15th. So we are at 6 months here, my friend.
There you go. 6 months. It's 24 more episodes on my YouTube, as well as the thousands of reels that are getting me millions of views. So
that's us.
Facebook will do it for you. All you got to do is sometimes just answer the question. Can I be on your show? And that's how I got that voiceover for the concrete company too. I reached out to a random dude that I'd never seen before and was like, I think I can do that. And I beat out 3 people.
I love it. Good for you. We got a great voice. So I'll give you that. Okay, ladies, 30 to 50.
Holla.
Is your guy.
Come on now. Anyways, I guess it's all good. I think that's a good way to conclude our episode. What do you think?
I think so. So me and Sharon tomorrow, which is just great. I haven't seen Sharon in ages.
You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to watch the show, and I'm going to be the guy that comments.
Yeah.
I'm commenting on your shows tomorrow, Becky. You and Sharon. I'll be like, hey, guys.
And I'm going to do Home Alone 1 if I can find fun facts from Home Alone 1. And then, I don't know, maybe something about an airplane. Maybe not. We'll see.
There you go.
So, yeah, be back tomorrow, everybody, 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central Time for Chuck and Sharon, who are both Central Time Zone. And we will see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Danny, as always, love ya. See you tomorrow.
Deuces.